Hello, my wonderful viewer. It is yet another Saturday evening that we are coming to you. This is Wings and Beauty coming to you all the way from Chuck Guest House. It's a conference guest house, a wonderful salinity where you can book your meetings. It's a wonderful place for couples dinner and wonderful breakfast. By the way, it's a Christian founded restaurant. I would like you to pay a visit. It's such a wonderful place. They have hosted us for this Wings and Beauty this Saturday. And with me in studio, we normally tell you that we are here to bring you a wing. Now, not only a wing, we are here to give people wings to fly high. With me this wonderful Saturday, I am in the studio with one great man. And this man wants to be given wings by Wings and Beauty. You know, you can never know the goodness of a butterfly until you see it fly. So that's where the beauty comes. Remember, Wings come to you every Saturday, and it's a ministry that is under JCA Church. And so, to my wonderful guest for the day, I want to welcome this wonderful gentleman here. He's a man that I have known for so many years. Let us know who is Abraham. Karibu sana.
Asante sana. Thank you so much, Mom. My name is Abraham Nale Kibet, a young man born from Kapsabet, Nandi East.
Wow.
And I'm grateful.
Do you run?
I used to run when I was
young.
young.
Those places with runners and athletics.
Yes,
Yeah?
yes,
Okay,
yes.
okay.
I used to run, but short races, but not long races. I'm not good in long races.
Okay.
But I thank God I used to run.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
You went to school still at
Yes, I
Nandi?
do. Yes, I did,
Where
Mom.
exactly is in Nandi?
Nandi.
We have Kapsabet, we have Nandi Hills, we have Elgo. I don't know whether all of them are from the same place.
Not really.
Yeah.
I'm from Kaboreng. That name is tough. Kaboreng. Yes. Tantista Kaboreng.
Yes.
Yes, almost at Kapsabet.
Yes.
Yes, that's where I come from.
Okay.
Yes, and I was raised there. I went to school in Western.
Okay.
Yes, 3 schools. One in Western, yes, in primary school.
Okay.
One in Western. And then the other one is in Nandi. So I started in Nandi, Chebara Primary. Yes, at this school. Then I went to a boarding at around age class 3 there.
Class 3?
Yes, class 3.
Okay.
I went to boarding school.
Wow.
In Kaimosi Primary, junior.
Yes.
Then in class 6, I was we relocated back to Chebara Primary School.
Okay.
Yes.
That was a day school.
That was a day school.
If I ask you, Abraham, why did you go to boarding school in class 3?
I will say it was my dad's idea because our firstborn, okay, she's kind of disabled.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So all her life she went to boarding school. So dad thought that was the best option.
Wow.
Yes.
At 3?
Yes.
When in class 3?
Yes.
Who was washing clothes for you?
We had a matron. We had a matron in the.
Sinasikianga boys wanasusu. So,
Yeah.
What were you doing during that time? Seriously?
Okay. There's a matron, yes.
Yes.
There were even younger kids than me.
What?
Yeah.
And you felt comfortable?
Yeah, I felt comfortable that it's like home.
Wow. Now, this is Abraham that has been separated with the parents at a very tender age. But we are talking about class 3. Class 3 pupil is somebody who is around 11.
Yeah, 11, 10, yeah.
11, 10, yeah? Now, you have gone to school. You have cleared primary school. You have gone to secondary school. And then again, you have cleared. During that time, you didn't have mentorship. Ama, how did you get mentored? Putting in mind that your parents are not so close with you. You went to secondary. Now, again, you have gone to primary. How are you mentored?
I will say at a point, it's like this notion ya, or a term nasikianga watu wakisema ati wazazi wameachia walimu watoto. Yes. I could say we were mostly mentored by the school, the teachers, matrons.
Yes.
At a point, we used to call our matron mom. So we feel, mom is around.
Okay.
Our headmaster, we call him dad.
Okay.
So yeah, in a primary school, yeah, that was so.
The
yeah.
teachers were that close.
Yes, and for mentorship from my side, I will say, my dad was tough.
Wow.
My dad was tough. So I found peace when I went to boarding school.
So when you got out of home, it was better for you.
It was better.
You never missed them.
It was like hallelujah. I only missed my mom. I only missed my mom. My
Your
mom
dad was a disciplinary.
Hey.
Wow.
That's another story for another day.
It's another day. Now, this is Abraham.
Yes, ma'am.
You have grown up. You have come and now you have finished school. How was life? Generally, how was life when you're growing up? You have said your dad was very tough.
Yep.
Now, how was life generally? How did you feel? Like, did you feel at any one time you'd like to be a tough parent like your dad? Or how was life?
Yeah, there is that part and a perspective you want to be like your dad as you're growing up.
Yes.
But again, there's another side you don't want to be like him.
Okay.
Because that again, you look like, no, he's too much. Yeah, very strict, very, my dad was this kind of a person. Akieka kikombe, the way this one is,
Yes.
just twist it a little bit, he will know that cup was twisted. He was he lived during those time here colonial.
Okay.
Yes. So anything he
Alikuwa
could.
mkoloni.
My dad was colony. My dad was colony.
How
yes,
was
at
your
a point.
relationship with him? Now, putting in mind you're
Yes,
a
ma'am.
boy,
Yeah.
you have finished high school, and there is this thing that you feel you want to bring a girl home. You have become big. You have girlfriends. How was it?
Not to in my case is different.
Yes.
Because like all my life from school, ni ng'ombe. My relationship ilikuwanga ni ng'ombe. People I associate with ni ng'ombe, and then my cousins, my nephews.
Yes.
And tulikuwa tumeambiwa, don't ever, I should not see you with a girl around. And then bearing in mind, I didn't have a good background there in school.
Yes.
Yeah, it made me to shrink away from even approaching girls at a point.
Yes.
So I didn't have that, I would say like the other boys' life.
Yes.
Ile ya kuzunguka na girlfriends and all that. I really didn't have that.
You were really disciplined.
Yes.
Now, Abraham,
sorry for
I know
that, yes,
we are heading somewhere. You have said you had a tough experience.
Yes, in school.
In school.
Yep.
And you have said that you're taken to school when you are only in class 3, which means that you're very vulnerable.
Yes.
When you're talking about tough conditions in school, can you take us there?
Wow. There is this one incident I will always remember.
Yes.
And at a point when I remember it just broke my heart.
Yes.
We went out for games.
Yes.
And here comes our head boy. And at that age, he misused us. We were 2 boys. He misused us sexually.
What?
That thing broke my heart.
Like when you're talking about you are misused sexually, is sodomy?
Yes, sodomy is real.
My God.
It's so real.
So young, at 10. We are talking about at 10.
Yes, at 10. I think I was 11 there.
My God.
Yes, yeah. So that thing broke my heart. And then he was tough, very big. It really broke my heart.
Did you tell anybody? Putting in mind, we started and said there was a patron in school. Did you tell anybody?
Now this guy was on our shoulders every time.
Okay.
Yes, and he had threatened us, the 2 of us. And apparently the guy was also called Kibet. So so he threatened us in case he could hear anything. Sisi tungeuliwa.
Okay.
He used to walk na ka knife kidogo hivi. So I was so afraid.
Okay.
Yes, and bearing in mind anything from my background now, anything I could tell dad, ni viboko, I could remember, I don't want to go through again nipigwe.
Okay.
So I died with it.
You kept it to yourself?
I kept it to myself.
And you kept reporting to the same school for years?
Yes, for 4 years.
My God.
For 4 years. And when it came to class 5, he came back.
Again?
Yeah, he came back, and this time Kibet alikuwa amekuwa transferred to Kapsabet.
Okay.
Now I had new friends.
Yes.
Definitely in school you have new friends.
Yes.
At that age, nakumbuka tulikuwa tumemaliza exams za class 5 zimeshaisha hapo.
Yes, yes.
He comes again. I ran. I stayed in the forest. We had a forest in school. Before
we go to coming again, yes, now this one in class 5. When this happened in class 3, was it continuous? Or he did it once, then he stopped it?
He stopped it.
Yeah.
He stopped it, but at that point, I just wanted to tell my mom.
Yes.
Because I knew my mom could help me out.
Yes.
But I remember there's a time nilienda kumwambia, Mom, there's something I want to tell you. Slap nilipewa.
Mama akakupiga slap.
Yes, I felt in me, I need to tell mom. Wasinirudishe shule.
In other words,
yes.
We are saying that your parents were not so accommodative. They were very, very disciplinary, but they were not embracing.
Yes.
I want somebody to follow this story from home. There is the boy child who has really been neglected. There is the boy child. There is a notion that we have within ourselves. We think the boy child is very strong. You think that the boy child can fight his own battles. Now, here is Kibet. He wants to share with the parents what has happened at the age of 10 years. And 10 years, you are very vulnerable, and you are a very small boy. And I believe because they had taken you to boarding school, they could have accommodated at least kidogo so that they ask you, how is boarding life? How are you coping? So it was not there. Now, again, you have been kept off. We go to class 5 with the same head boy.
With the same head boy.
Yes.
Yes. And again, when he came, I remember we that time tuko tumemaliza exams, and we were just doing cleaning around.
Or the one that we normally do when we are closing school.
Yes, when we were closing school.
Yes.
So when he came, he found me in the toilet. And the moment I saw me, alikuwa na almost like three guys. So when walitaka kunishika, I remember nikitokea kwa mmoja wao chini ya miguu, in between the legs, and I ran to the forest.
Okay.
So I stayed in the forest the whole day.
The school was near the forest?
The forest. We have a very big forest at that school.
Was it a day school that time, I'm a boarding? The same boarding?
Yes, it's the same.
Now you have run to the forest.
Yes.
Where are you going to sleep, Abraham?
I didn't care.
Okay.
I didn't care because I just wanted a way to be, and away from him. I didn't want to see him again.
Okay.
So I went to the forest, nikakaa huko. Njaa ndio ilinitoa huko.
Okay.
I sneaked, nikaenda kwa kukula. My sister noticed.
Oh, your sister was also in the same school?
Yes, in the same school.
Okay.
My sister noticed me. Nikamwambia, mi Noel nataka kuhepa. And then we were all young.
Yes.
And she said, I'll tell matron, unataka kwenda home.
Yes.
So matron, apparently my dad akakuja, because alikuwa na supply food there, cabbages, yes.
Okay.
So when matron came, wakanitafuta the entire forest.
Yes.
Because when my sister told me that, nikamwambia no, I went back.
But you didn't tell your sister
I didn't
why
tell.
You want to run away from the school.
As a man, mom, there are some things you feared sharing them out.
Okay.
I had that picture like, who am I going to tell? This happened.
Yes.
What will be the reception of it at that point? Yes. Bearing in mind, these guys are very tough to me.
Okay.
Yes.
And will people believe it?
No
Putting
one can.
In mind,
yes.
Maybe it was a village school. It is something that is not so much exposed during that time. So you were like, maybe were you asking yourself, will people believe what I am saying? Because no medical attention was done on you.
No,
yeah. Yes.
No. What was going through in my mind was that fear and the shame. How I hear people wame rape girls. How is it that a boy has raped a boy?
Yes.
And how is it going to be received out there?
Okay.
So it made me to shrink away.
Okay.
And bear in mind where I came from, anything I could share out, wewe enda toka. So that one also contributed to me not sharing out.
Okay.
Yes.
Now your father has come.
My father has come.
Yes.
When I saw him, alikuwa na pick up. Kwanza wamenitafuta forest, hawajanipata.
Yes.
When I noticed the pickup ilikuwa in the park lot, I ran and nikaingia kwa gari.
Okay.
Mimi nikamwambia dad, nataka tu kwenda home. I tell you mom, kufika nyumbani viboko nilipewa.
My God.
Nilichapwa. I'm like, God, what is happening now? At that point I was
Your
almost...
Your father didn't ask you, why don't you want school?
No.
Waliona ni ile rebellious spirit like unakata shule.
Yes.
Yes.
Because before ndio ni join even a baby class there, sikutaka kwenda shule.
Okay.
I knew I was a shepherd, kijana wa ng'ombe, wa kuchunga kondoo and all that.
Yes.
And I didn't want.
Okay.
And bearing in mind at that point nilikuwa nimesikia shule ni viboko.
Okay.
Kuchapwa. So that notion also had planted in me.
Yes.
So when I entered, kufika home, I was beaten. I remember my mama akinishika nikamwambia, mom, sio ati nimekataa shule.
Yes.
Can I explain? Nikaambiwa no. pesa tumelipa shule.
Yes.
Why are you refusing to go to school?
Jesus.
So I said, no, let me be quiet with it. And that's how I went silent on it completely.
You kept quiet.
Completely.
Will you go back to school?
No, I don't want to go to school again.
Okay.
Yes.
So you stayed?
I stayed. It was that term, class 5.
Oh.
So yes, my dad now, I think wakilikana, my aunties, they agreed, no, this boy is serious. It's like he's serious. Even eating in kwa nyumba, it was now another thing.
Yeah. Okay.
Singekula. Ningeshinda forest now. Again, home, it's
Yes.
almost near forest.
Yes.
I could go na ng'ombe, nishinde na ng'ombe kwa forest. I come, kidogo nirudi.
And now, during this time, because of what had happened and the reception that you were receiving,
Yes, ma'am.
you had grown cold feet. As in, you don't
Yes.
have friends, you don't want to talk to anybody.
I didn't want to.
Yes, yes.
I didn't want to. Because I thought any person that I'll talk to, maybe pia ako na mind kama hiyo.
Okay.
In fact, it made me to hate men completely, including my dad.
Okay.
We didn't have a good relationship with him.
Okay.
It made me to hate men completely.
Okay.
Because I saw men are like, no, these are beasts.
Okay.
Yeah.
So now, this is another attempt, and you have overcome it. Again, you go to Form 1. Now,
Yes.
you have really done school. Were you transferred? Going to class
Yes.
6, were you transferred?
Class 6, we were transferred.
Is when now you
university
came back to
Chebara now.
Yes.
I joined class 6 in
You
a new
continued
school.
with the school.
Yes.
Life
Now,
was
yeah,
good.
life
Nobody
there.
knew you there.
Oh, nobody knows me there.
Yeah.
And this is a day school.
Okay.
Yeah. When ikifika games time, you run, you go home.
Okay.
And bearing in mind, nikifika home, ni kwenda kwa shamba ama ni kwenda kwa ng'ombe. This is now.
So you have a lonely
Hallelujah.
life.
Yes.
You are okay with that lonely
Yeah.
life. Now you have finished class 8. You have gone to high school.
Wow. I joined a school in Lesos.
Okay.
I won't mention the name.
It's okay.
Yeah, the first 2 weeks. No, the first day when I joined, I joined during his session, monolization. The monolization was so high.
The bully, yeah.
I tell you, it was so high. So the first 2 days, hata sikujua where my mattress is. I didn't know where my belongings were, so I slept with a friend. The friend almost took advantage over me the second day, but I went to report to our CU patron.
Okay.
Yes, the teacher who received me in school, he was our CU patron.
Okay.
And at that point, again, he was our board master.
Yes.
Little did I know, he's also the same like our former
Head boy.
head boy.
Ebu kidogo, you have said this guy that you reported to was what?
Our CU patron.
He was the CEO patron.
Yes, and our board master.
And he was the board master.
Yes.
And he had the character of the same,
Yes.
like the boy.
Yes.
What will happen?
Yes. So
What will happen? Yeah.
he received me. He told me, Abraham, no, this is okay. This is a boys' school. We don't have girls here. And I'm like, what, teacher? Somebody wants to take advantage over me, and you're saying this is a boys' school. These things happen.
And because you had the first experience,
Yes.
sasa unajua kenye
Yes.
wanafanya si ati wame.
No, and I
Yes.
know what.
Yes.
And I can tell when somebody is approaching me.
Yes.
That week ilisha. So the teacher now, because every early in the morning at around 3, we used to go for jogging around, we ran.
Yes. Yes.
This day, he wants to travel. It was on a Friday.
Yes.
He was my friend. He became my friend by day kabisa, because I thought now, wow, this is now a person who can now help me.
Yes.
So this is the first 2 weeks zimeisha. Hiyo third week ndio he wants to travel to Shags.
Yes.
He calls me with another friend, the same class.
Yes.
He tells us we go and tumgoje nyumba.
Okay.
In the same school.
Kungojea nyumba ni kumkaisha.
No, alikuwa na travel, so
Okay.
nyumba yake tuingoje.
Okay.
Yeah, kulikuwa na these wezi around.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And bearing
Like
in mind,
kumchungia, yes.
and bearing in mind, we are in Nandi, and he's not a Nandi, so
Yes.
he was kuna ile fear
Okay.
in him.
Okay.
So he goes, yes, tunangoja nyumba. When he came back on Sunday, he comes and then he tells my friend, you go, I want to remain with Kibet. At least Kibet anifanyie some cleaning. So me, I did cleaning, all that. We are just the two of us in the house. But I noticed he was making some moves on me.
Okay. He was a young man. Was he not
Yeah,
married?
he was not married.
Okay.
He was not married.
Yes.
So when he made some moves, and I know this is a weird move,
Yes.
I was like, no. Kwenda kwa mlango imefungwa. Hey,
My God.
mom, I hated life that time. Yeah, he took advantage over me again.
Jesus.
Yes.
Were you not strong enough? Like you could have, did you wrestle? Did you resist? Did you do something?
I screamed, Mom. You screamed. The screams now, they are not helping you. And by then I was very, very slim.
Okay.
Very slim.
Okay.
Ni Mungu amenipatia kamwili juzi juzi.
We bless the Lord.
Yes. So the moment he opened that door, I didn't want to know where my luggages were.
My God.
I ran to Kapsabet. And bearing in mind from Lesos, walking to Kapsabet, it's
I've ever been
very
to
far.
that route. Yes, I've ever been to that route.
Very far.
Yes.
I just ran. I didn't want to know I'll reach at Kapsabet at Sangapi because I didn't have anything in me. The uniform I had, and I remember I had a t-shirt ya shule. It was a weekend, na sweater, na trouser, na slippers. That's how I left school.
My God.
Yes, wakati I reached at Kapsabet, nikakuta one of my cousins. I told him, I'm very sick. I want to go home.
You didn't even tell anybody?
I didn't tell anyone. I didn't tell one. So akanieka kwa matatu, akanipatia 100 bob, and by then 100 bob was so a lot.
Yes.
Nikifika home, when I saw my mom, I just cried.
My God.
Really cried. Na walikuwa kwa shamba.
Okay.
I really cried. I remember my dad akiniuliza ati, tena umeacha pesa yangu kwa shule.
My God. It is okay. It is okay.
My dad slapped me.
My God.
But I thank God, my mom walikuwa na the sister.
Yeah.
So
It is okay.
my
It is
sister,
okay.
my
Yeah.
sister, the sister to my auntie told Dad, that school inakuanga na devil worshippers. It's not a good school. Okay. I said, wow.
Somebody is coming to defend me.
This is a good excuse I will use.
Yes.
So when I was asked what has happened, nikasema, there are cats in that school.
Yes.
That came. Zilikuwa zinaniita paka jina.
Okay.
So I had to run. I also lied about that.
Yes.
But knowing somebody has misused me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now,
Sorry.
oh my God, it is okay. Now you're here. This is the third time.
Yep.
And you don't have anybody to tell. Your parents are very harsh on you. Don't you have big brothers?
I'm the big brother.
You're the big brother.
Yes, I'm
So
the second born. Yeah, I'm the second born. My sister is big.
Okay.
Yeah, so to them, I'm the big brother.
You don't have an uncle, you don't have anybody. Now you have run away. Daddy has accused you that you have left again his money. And now you're here. How will you go back to school? Or how will you complete school? Putting in mind right now, anytime that sodomy happen or rape, it really diminishes somebody's ego. It makes you feel useless. It makes you feel dirty. It makes you feel rejected and wanted. How did you go back to school? And were you not thinking, maybe you answer them together, were you not feeling like maybe these people could have infected me with a disease or something that maybe you can seek medical attention or anything?
By then, like, co-affected wasn't in my mind.
Yes.
But I knew school is not a good place to be.
Okay.
And I don't want to go to school.
Okay.
Why should I go to school and be mistreated like that?
Yes.
I didn't want to go to school.
Okay.
I remember that day, the following day, nikapewa maziwa mala, asubuhi nikunywe tuende shule. When I knew my dad anataka kunirudisha shule,
yes.
I ran home.
Okay.
I ran. So my aunt also brought me back. Then she said, no, this boy is serious. Let's think of how we're going to help him out. It's like hataki kwenda shule.
Okay.
Somebody should work with him, amsaidie. But my dad said, no, hii ni upumbavu ya kina mama yao. watu wasomi. And I'm like,
Wow.
Dad, you don't know what I'm going through and what I've
Now,
gone through.
baba amesema hii ni upumbavu
Ya
ya
kina mama yao.
ya kina
wakina
upande
mama
wa
yao.
kina mam.
Yes. Pesa zangu, lazima arudi shule. I told Dad I'm not going to school. I became rebellious. Now, the rejection now grew between me and my dad.
Yes.
I saw him like, no, this guy wants to kill my life now.
Yes.
Yes. I hated school completely.
So, you will not go to school again?
I don't want to go to school.
So what happened?
I stayed. First time yote ikaisha. Second time ikaisha. Third time, my uncle, who is late, Musa,
Yes.
together with mom,
Yes.
they sought for a chance in a nearby school.
Yes.
And apparently God was faithful. I was taken in. Now the Kaimosi boys now.
Okay.
Yes. So that's how I joined Kaimosi boys at that time.
Yes.
Form 1.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you are an alumni of Kaimosi Boys.
Yes.
When you went there, how are you feeling? How are you feeling relating with other boys? Were you seeing that the same ordeal will repeat itself?
Yes, definitely.
Yes.
All my life, I think from that incident, I've become a solo man.
Okay.
You will even notice sometimes I don't interact so much with people.
Okay.
I am alone.
Okay.
Yes.
So now you have come, you have finished high school.
Yes.
During this time, did you know about Jesus? Did you know that you can connect yourself with Jesus? Ama, you were just that boy who is just...
I was a church goer.
Okay.
I was a church goer.
Yes.
Knowing easy rituals of salvation. I mean, not rituals. I'm sorry to use the term rituals.
Yes, yes.
Yeah,
The doctrines.
Yes,
Yes.
the doctrines.
Yes.
They go through.
Yes.
I knew I was born again, but I wasn't born again.
Okay.
I was a church goer.
Okay.
Yes.
You loved, you just, let's say you loved God.
I loved God.
Yes.
I found peace when I went to church.
Okay.
At least church, I found church was a good place.
Okay.
People are laughing, they interact, and there are elderly people there.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
Did you maybe when you go to the aspect of the church,
No.
putting in mind that right now you have really haunted a lot of things in your spirit, and you're feeling like the love that you're looking for people, it's not there. Were you feeling something like in the church you can get somebody that you can share with? Were you not identifying a mentor or somebody that you can talk to that maybe you can lift the weight? Because that's a big weight. Abraham, that's a big weight.
It is.
Yes.
It is. I wish it was now.
Yes.
I could look for a mentor.
Yes.
But then, nothing like mentorship was growing in my mind.
Okay.
Nothing. All I knew was sikuishi evil.
It is me,
Yeah, it's me,
myself, and I.
And me, and let me die with this.
Wow.
And I had even promised I'll never tell anyone.
Wow.
Never.
Now, Abraham, you have finished Form 4.
Yes.
And you have come to Nairobi. Will you come to Nairobi immediately, or you're going to wait for some time?
I waited for like two years.
Yes.
Yes, 2 years. But that time, life was so tough. My mom now had passed on.
Wow.
Yeah, she had passed on.
The only best friend that you had in the family.
The only best friend I had.
How did you feel? Now, putting in mind she has died without knowing what you have gone through, maybe she could have advised you as a young man. How did you feel?
I remember that time. Okay, she died of cancer. I remember that there's a day tulikuwa naye kwa nyumba, and I told her, Mom, I know you're very sick. I'm praying God that to heal you, that you know what I'm going through one day.
Oh my God.
But it happened. She just died.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
It is okay. Without knowing anything.
Without knowing.
You felt the world had crumbled. You felt everything was taken away from you.
Yes. And I went, I also went to my uncle and my auntie from my mother's side.
Yes.
To look for refuge, because then my dad, I took all that close with him now.
Yes.
We are so parallel.
And maybe your mom was defending you in one way or another. Yes.
Very much.
Yes.
I remember there's a day my dad told my mom, they quarreled over me. And I remember him telling mom, ati kijana uangalie kwenye ulimtoa. This is not my son.
Oh my God.
So that one pushed.
While you're hearing?
Yes, I'm hearing.
My God.
My sister, if she's watching, she can bear witness with this.
Words are powerful.
Words
are powerful.
Very powerful. And
You felt like your father is rejecting you right in front of your eyes.
We could even exchange words with him, very bitter words. I just tell him, please take me where you think I came from.
Oh my God.
Now my mom is dead. No one to run to or to, when I'm down, to tell him 1, 2, 3 things.
Yes.
I joined a church.
Yes.
Uzima Fountain Church, just around Kaimosi.
Yes.
Hey, it happened. My dad told me, now, this is a spiritual church.
Yes.
My dad told me, now, you are no longer my son. Wow. You cannot join a church that is a devil worshipper, and then you claim to be my son. So that time he chased me away from home. I went
because of your faith.
Yeah, now I want to grow spiritually.
Yes.
Hey, Mom, I became a houseboy in Ushago.
You became a houseboy? A
houseboy in Ushago.
Coming from a good home.
Yes.
You left your comfort. You became a houseboy.
Yes, I became a houseboy.
My
became
God.
a houseboy. I remember I used to be given 2K, but now the guy didn't. Hakuwa ananipatia pesa.
Okay.
My dad also came. Akamwambia, now this boy has eaten my money. Kazi yenye anafanya, I'll be receiving his cash.
What? You were
yes.
Your father? Your father. Okay,
my father, but I love him. I really loved him. I didn't know he loved me, by the way.
Okay.
Even through this, I didn't know he loved me, but that life happened.
So for how long did you work as a houseboy?
I worked for 1.5 years.
Okay.
Yes. To the Achiras, those guys really are good.
Yes.
They are good.
Yes.
Now I found people, this side, it's wow.
Yes.
In salvation, you can
have genuine people.
Genuine people.
Yes. Yes.
People who are loving, people who are embracing, people who are people you can run to any time.
Yes.
Yes. So that's how I started now the journey of salvation.
Yes.
2 years nikasema no. My small sister akapata mtoto. And I wanted to know how is Nairobi.
Yes. You had not come to Nairobi.
I had never come to Nairobi.
Okay.
So I want to see how is Nairobi. So my sister invited me,
yes.
Noel.
Yes.
And I was in Nairobi.
Now you have come to Nairobi,
yes.
A saved boy.
A saved boy, yes.
Yeah, loving God.
Yes.
Now,
Now, you'll be shocked about this, Mom. When I came to Nairobi, I remember it was on a Saturday.
Yes.
And then my sister tells me, hey, do you know your cousin Bako? I told him, yeah. Ati Bako is born again. I'm like, no, Bakari cannot be born again.
Okay.
The one I know, no. I want to see that church. So I joined the church. I found they were doing practice. They were we ended the service. The church was awesome. Just around here in Kangemi.
Yes.
The church was good. The service was awesome. So the pastor noticed I have a voice. I can sing.
Yes.
So he approached me. He tells me, Abraham, we are having a recording, and I would love you to join us.
Okay.
In fact, he asked me, when are you going back? I told him I'm just here for a week.
Yes.
And I'll be going back to Kapsabet.
Yes.
So he told me, no, you can I talk to your sister? Akuongeze like another 2 weeks, at least to fanya hii recording. You have a good voice. I told him, yeah.
Did you used to know you have a good voice?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I knew. There's a time back in class 5 there.
Yes.
Izo enzi za PPI.
Yes.
I remember singing kwa parade.
Yes.
And our teacher, our CRI teacher, I remember, akasema, this boy is called, I didn't know even what his called is.
Yes.
This boy is gifted. All I knew is I'm gifted.
Yeah.
So I grew up knowing I'm
gifted.
Yes, I have a gift of singing.
Amen.
So here is a pastor. And I said, wow. I went to my sister, I told my sister, sitaenda nyumbani saa hizi, niongeze 2 weeks. So the pastor, after 3 days, he comes for my sister. He tells my sister, can I have your brother to kae na yeye at least tukifanya this recording.
Okay.
And I knew,
I've gotten myself a home. Yeah.
Hallelujah.
Yes.
God, you're faithful.
And he is faithful.
A man of God.
I pray he's going to be faithful.
Oh, okay. Sorry. So, Mom, after the recording, this pastor, I really valued him. He had all the integrity. After recording, he introduced me to a job, first job
Yes.
of a salesman.
Yes.
Now, you'll be shocked, this pastor was also a homosexual guy. He comes in my room because he used to have a small that
Abraham,
by that time.
not again.
Yeah, this is a man of God.
Not again.
Again, ma'am.
My God.
I didn't know he was a homosexual by that time, until there's a time he tells me, Abraham, I want you to escort me to my sisters here in Karen. So kufika kwa the sister, hatukupata the sister. Tulipata the house help.
Yes.
And the son and the daughter. And tukakula. So since it was late, he told me, Abraham, we cannot go back to, I want to mention the name.
Was this?
Yes.
Hey, was this pastor married?
He was married. He was married. He has a son, and the wife is pregnant.
Okay.
The wife is pregnant.
Okay.
So when
now you're in Karen.
We are in Karen, ma'am.
Yes.
I don't know what happened. The last thing I remembered, it's him giving me the soda. That's why I hate Sprite up to date. I don't take Sprite. When I see it, naona ni kama, in me I thought, this guy aliweka dawa kwa Sprite.
Okay.
So he gave me a Sprite after tumekula supper. He told me, Abraham, help me finish this soda.
Okay.
And there I am, I finish. Nikakunywa soda, excitement ya.
He's a man of God,
yeah,
and he's working with me.
This is hallelujah to me now.
Okay.
And a boy from Mushago, soda was something.
Okay.
I took that soda. Waking up, I found myself bleeding, and I'm like, what happened?
Oh my
I didn't
God.
talk to him.
Oh my
And
God.
that day he was to go back to work. He didn't go back to work. So every time was like, Abraham, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
He told you, he spoke to you.
Yes, he opened up to me. I'm the one who did this. I didn't know it will be this worse.
So did you think of consulting medication or anything?
Ma'am, by then, there's already that part of Abraham that is like, you just need to die.
Oh my God.
Why should you live? Why should you be being used by men?
Oh my God.
I remember tukifika town, tupande matatu ya kwenda those sides of Kiambu. I told him I'm not going. I'm going to Kangemi.
Okay.
To my sister. And I'm not going to stay there. I'm going back to Ushago. I'm going to pick my bag. I go back to Ushago. He encourages me and ananiambia, Abraham, now, no, these things we need to work together with you. I'll pray together with you.
He's going to pray with you, yes. And he has hurt you.
Yes.
He has done a beast thing and telling you that he's going to pray with you.
Now the shocking
He
part,
had the courage to say that.
Yes.
My God.
And my mind, by that time, imefikiria kwenda home. It's thinking of my late mom. I wish she was around. I tell her, Mom, this is what I'm going through. And at that point, I'm thinking of taking my life. Niingie tu kwa barabara nigongwe. I don't need to live. Why should I live?
Yes.
But there's that ka in me. I'm like, no, Abraham. Give yourself another chance in life. You can still live again. Why should you take your life? So he encourages me, akani console, akani bembeleza. My mind also ikakuwa brainwashed. Tukarudi Kangemi. We didn't go to my sister's place by that time.
Yes.
Tukaenda tukatafuta a house. Nikasema, let me stay. Let me give him another chance. He has promised this will never happen.
Abraham.
Yes, that's how I started staying in Nairobi.
Okay.
Yes.
Now this guy has rented a house for you.
Yes, we went
so
with him.
So it's like anataka kuko console.
Yes.
How did you take the men of God? Putting in mind, right now ndio umejua God, umeingia into this deeper faith. How did you take it?
Right now, I now can tell there was a demon behind all this.
Okay, okay.
Yeah. Now I can differentiate. By that time,
yeah.
You know, I'm not that deep into salvation.
Because now this thing,
yes.
Jesus. This thing is repeating itself. I think
yes.
is in intervals, you
Yes.
know. After this phase, it's coming again in another phase, it's coming another in another phase. Now, during this time that now he has gotten you a house in Kangemi, and remember, you're still a man, you need to interact with other men, you need to make a living. So will he continue paying for you the rent? Ama, how are you going to survive?
Now, the house alinipatia ilikuwa, I didn't know ilikuwa ya church.
Okay.
One of the church, the rooms.
Yes.
So I stayed there, nikaka, and then I said, no, let me forgive him.
My God. My God.
That's how I nilikaa hivyo, mom. Yes.
So you never told anybody?
I never told anyone.
These are 4 incidences of sodomy.
Anyone.
You have not shared with anybody.
Anyone.
How are you feeling? Are you feeling this is a real Abraham? Am you living a fake Abraham?
I knew I wasn't. I was not me.
Okay.
I knew I was not me. I'm living somebody's life.
Okay.
Yes. I knew, no, this is not me.
Were you at any one time followed by accusation of like you are a gay or something like that?
A lot, ma'am, a lot. I remember relocating from that church, because when the wife came to know about this, by the way.
Oh, what?
Yes, the wife came to know about this.
Yes.
Because she was shocked. Why is it that Abraham took her to that abruptly?
Yes, yes.
Na ako in Kangemi,
Yes.
and all that.
Yes.
I don't know how it happened, akajua. So when I relocated from that church to another church,
yes,
hey, the first 1 month nikiingia to church, because this is a church, ni watu ni wengi.
yes.
One of the pastors said, this boy is gay, and
what?
we have proof of him being gay. He messed up pastor's marriage. I'm like, what? You don't know what happened, and you're saying, I've messed up somebody's life and marriage.
Jesus Christ.
Because by that time, when the wife knew, but it was chaos.
The wife now sambazad the story.
It was chaos.
My God.
Back at the pastor, akabidi relocate back to Kakamega. It was chaos. It was really chaos. So I'm like, gosh, why are you saying this and you don't know what
you don't know Abraham,
yes,
from 10 years.
You don't know what I've gone through this.
Yes.
And you're just saying, and you know everyone in that church, the leadership believed I was gay.
Okay.
I was gay, and they said men should not move close to me. And I'm like, okay, wow. So
And were you serving in that church?
Now, yes. In fact, I was serving in that church in a singing team.
My God. And now you know when you are ministering, everybody who is looking at you is looking at a worshiper who is a gay.
A worshiper who is gay.
My
a
God.
worshiper who is making men wanguke. A worshiper who should not relate to young people.
Wow. Abraham, we go to the other phase of your life. I believe God is still healing you and God has healed you. If you let go of that thing, God is still working things in your life. Yeah. There is another phase of your life that you became very sick.
Wow. Wow.
Well, you know, you are my son. I know
yes, you know me.
There is that moment that you became very sick and you are declared dead. As in, you are a dead thing, just go and prepare your burial.
Yes.
It's so ridiculous that you can tell somebody to go and prepare their burial. You know, may the Lord catch up with these doctors. Now, what happened?
I remember it was 2015.
Yes.
Yes, 2015.
Yes.
I just came from job.
Yes.
I was a full-time by then. So I've taken my annual leave.
Being full-time, you're talking about full-time minister.
Full-time minister.
Doing the things of God.
Yes.
Straightforward. Waking up in the morning, in the evening.
Church.
Yes.
Church was now my work.
Okay.
If I can use that time.
Yes.
So I had just taken my normal annual leave.
Yes.
A friend had a party, so I had to join the friend. Kasema, let me go there and then I go home.
Yes.
But I had this problem with my stomach.
Yes.
I used to complain a lot about my stomach.
Yes.
So this time, nikaenda home too, normally. But the moment I reached home, I remember my sister, my big sister, akipika chai. Nikamwambia, hey Violet, ninakunywa lakini tumbo yangu inaniumiza sana. Nimekuwa nikihara. I don't know what's the problem.
Yes.
Hey, mom, I became sick that day.
My God.
This is a healthy person, almost 90 kgs there.
Yes.
I started diarrheaing. No, she advised me, go to the hospital. I used to go to a hospital just around.
Yes.
Now niko Shags.
Yes.
So when I went, but I'm reducing. It was a hell on earth.
Yes.
I really was sick.
Okay.
So I lost weight. In a span of two months, from 90 to 49 kgs.
What?
Yes. And here I am in the hospital. They are doing all the tests every time.
I wanted to ask that. Are
Yes.
they seeing the condition? Are they seeing what is happening?
It's funny enough, because in the morning they take samples.
Yes.
For test, my blood for test, urine, talk of anything they want to do test.
Now, this time you have already been admitted in the hospital.
I am now.
Yes.
I am now.
Yes.
Because the first one, 2 weeks.
Yes.
I used to go and come back home.
Yes.
But it came a point I was diarrheaing blood, real blood.
My God.
So I was told.
A healthy Abraham.
A very healthy Abraham.
Within 2 months.
Not 2 months, 2 weeks now.
Within 2 weeks.
Yes, 2 weeks. I can't even move.
Okay.
So I'm admitted. I'm told now you ukae OC. After the Nilika hospital almost for 2 weeks, one hospital.
Yes.
2 months, not 2 weeks, 2
Yes.
months.
Yes.
I remember that week, that last month. The doctor akakuja kwangu akaniambia, Abraham, why are you wasting your dad's money?
The same statement.
The same statement
that your father used to use.
Yes.
Now has been used by a doctor.
By a doctor.
Yes.
I told him, I'm not wasting my dad's money.
Yes.
He told me, but Abraham, you cannot leave. You cannot leave. Look at your state.
My God.
You cannot even go to the washroom. But there I could not even move.
My
Nilikuwa
God.
naekewa vipira nijisaidie hapo.
Yes.
He tells me, Abraham, your case is different. Back to your question, were they not seeing the problem?
Yes, that's what I want to ask.
They could take test every now and then.
Yes.
When they come back, they tell me, Abraham, we don't see anything.
My God.
They took millions of tests. So this time the doctor is telling me, no, Abraham, just go. And he's telling me to go home. Na amesha sign na niyo inaitwa discharge. Yes. Anakuja because he's tired with me. He's tired with me. I remember looking at him. Nashindwa sasa, how will I travel to home?
Yes.
Bearing in mind my sister labda anaweza nitembelea next week.
Yes.
Or the following day.
Yes.
I look at the doctor and just smile. I told the doctor, I will come back to say hi to you. I will not die. Akaniambia, no, wow. Abraham, you are not even living for 3 days or a week. What you need to do, go home. They start preparing for your send-off.
What?
This is a doctor telling me this. Guess what, Mom? When I reached home,
yes.
Now, because sasa nishaisha.
Yes.
I remember there's a day, my dad and my uncle, they're sitting in the sitting room.
Yes.
And the uncle is telling Dad, this boy, we need to prepare how we need to send him off because huyu anatuacha. Huyu anatuacha and the previous...
They're in a meeting?
In a meeting.
Okay.
In a meeting and they're talking about Abraham.
Okay.
And the previous night, my dad had prayed because my dad used to wake up very early in the morning to pray.
Yeah.
I remember hearing him saying, God, why are you allowing my boy to go through this? Please just take him. And I said, because I by that time nilikuwa sasa nalala kwa sitting room.
Yes.
Nikasema amen. Kwa hiyo prayer, Dad, God should take me because I was also tired with the life.
Yes.
Here my uncle comes the following day na wanakaa chini na my auntie wanasema, mimi nitatoa kitu fulani. Mimi nitatoa kitu fulani. Thank God the voice,
money contribution for your burial.
For my burial. Thank God I had a voice. Apa, I'm very weak, I cannot do anything.
Yes.
I remember taking a pen. My niece alikuwa na kakitabu there, was in school.
Yes.
Writing, I will not die. I don't know even where I got that strength.
Yes.
Nikaandika, nikaambia, I'll not die. In fact, I'll be the one who will bury you.
Okay.
And you'll be shocked. Wa mwisho tulizika juzi.
They have all died.
They have all died.
Including your father?
Including my dad.
Guy.
And here is Abraham living. The guy who was told by a doctor, even a week, by grace of God. So they never found anything. I even don't know why walikuwa na treat nini.
So you come from the hospital, no medication, no nothing, and you didn't die?
Yes, I didn't die. And a friend came, a friend, Boniface.
Yes.
He's from Nairobi.
Yes.
He called me and
we love you, brother.
Yes.
I know
He's
brother,
just an awesome.
We love you. You're just a part of this wonderful journey. We love you so much. Yes.
He's an awesome.
He's an awesome guy.
He called me. God gave him just a burden to take care of me.
Yes.
He calls. He comes to pick me.
Yes.
I got to stay with him. Remember the doctor ameniambia I cannot walk.
Yes.
Hata pikipiki ni shida.
Yes.
Now by then when I came from the hospital to home,
yes,
I really bleeded. Nearly bleed vibaya. I knew now, yes, God, this is...
Where was this bleeding coming from? From the nose?
Not from the nose.
Yes.
Yes. Ningehara damu mam na nyama. Na nyama.
Unaenda choo damu na nyama. Unaona ni kama mara imekatika katika.
Because unajua siko na nguvu ya kwenda choo.
Yes.
I could take water, maji tu.
Yes.
Ainge take ndani ya mwili wangu for 30 minutes. Ainge stay for even 20 minutes.
Yes.
Inatoka damu, nyama,
yes,
and all that. And inatoka nikipunguka. Nikiisha kabisa. I was so slim.
Ukikunywa maji itatoka ikiwa maji.
Inatoka damu, wacha maji.
My God.
Damu. I could even eat, ningepewa food, uji, because that's what the meal. Yes. Ningekorogewa viazi nikule. Kitambo nimemeza, naisikia kiteremka. In the next 5 minutes imetoka na ni damu. Unajua tu kalikunywa uji haka.
Oh my
kalikunywa
God.
Nini, but and then ni zirai completely. Nitaamka almost after 5 minutes. So Bonnie here comes and picks me, takes me to Nairobi Women's Hospital.
Yes.
I also stayed in Nairobi Women's Hospital.
Yes.
And I want to thank God for such people.
Yes.
They are good doctors.
Amen.
Yes. So he also tries all his testings. Nilikaa kwa dawa. So I was leaving every early in the morning nikunywe dawa. Late in the night nikunywe dawa. In the midday I take medicine.
Yes.
So from 2016 nimekunywa dawa. For me to live, for me to walk, for me to function. Lazima nikunywe dawa. Until one day I told God, no, I'm not going to take this medicine anymore.
Yes.
2018, ikifika hapo June, I told God, I'm not going to take this medicine. I want to try your faith.
You stopped medicine?
I stopped it, and I didn't even tell daktari nimeacha dawa.
Okay.
I just we used to communicate, even up to date. We communicate. I tell her, I'm healthy. Oh, how is life? I tell her, I thank God for you. Because you came in my life at such a time just to rescue a life.
Yes.
Yeah. Thank God she was born again too.
Wow. God just visioned people. Yes. Even if your mom and dad are gone, you are an orphan.
Yep, I am.
What is your greatest inspiration that you would like them, wherever they are, maybe things were not good, maybe, and now your mom, wherever she is, this story has come out. It's something that you have never told anybody. Wow. This is the first show that you have done and where you have shared this testimony, which I believe that by the grace of God, God has enabled me to walk with you. And God has enabled me to know a part of Abraham that I'm dealing with. Yeah. Now, what would you feel you need your parents to owe it? As in, this is Abraham and this is where I want to be the next level. Because I know you can sing.
I know. That's me now.
Yeah, I know you can sing and you're a wonderful brother.
Yes.
By a parting shot, because I want you're going to give us a portion of your song.
Wow.
We want to hear that wonderful voice.
Oh, I thank God.
And so, maybe your parents are there and they are watching wherever they are. And I know there are people who have been looking for this Abraham. There are people who know that this Abraham. There are people who know this guy carries potential. Because when I look at you, you have been in the ministry for almost over 15 years.
Yeah, almost 15 years.
Almost
Yeah,
15 years, just singing and singing and singing.
Yes, and I
What
love
you do
doing
like
it.
your parents, Ama, because there are those ones that are there, your sisters are there, your brothers are there. They would like to see the fruits of this boy who used to be thought he's a rebellious boy, only for them to know now today what was transpiring that you're running away from school.
Wow.
Yeah.
One, it's to apologize. I know they may not be hearing this.
Yes.
At a point at that age, I could have opened up to them.
Yes.
I'm really sorry.
Yes.
Because at a point, nilikufa tu nayo,
Yes.
hivyo.
Yes.
But at a point again, I could send signals to them.
Yes.
Dad, I want this and this to, you hear me out.
Yes.
But they never gave me that ear.
Okay.
I'll not blame them, but I'll speak to our current parents.
Yes.
At a point, your kid or your young boy or young girl may be going through stuff.
Yes.
And mom, because we fear you and we value you being our parents,
Yes.
na kuna ile fear you already installed in us,
Yes.
because we have such parents,
Yes.
please read your children's signs.
Amen.
Because at a point they will show you signs.
Okay.
Read those signs well, interact with your children well,
Yes.
bond with your children.
Yes.
Yes. Don't just achia maid your
Okay.
kids
Yes.
or the school.
The suffering that you went through, you believe if you were very close with your parents, somebody
Yes.
could have noted something is not
My
right.
mom almost noted it.
Yes.
Almost noted it. But the fear I had with her, na ile respect, na ile kulelewa nimelelewa,
Yes.
it made me to be away from them.
Okay.
But here is your boy coming up. I'm glad you brought me in this world.
Yes.
And I thank God for the gift he has bestowed upon my life.
Yes.
And I will serve him with this gift. And I'm out there to help somebody. Maybe we may have gone through such. Because I know, ma'am.
Yes.
Si wengi wanaongea.
I know.
Look at this boy from class 3.
Yes, I'm looking at a boy
Yes,
from class 3.
yes.
And it has continually happened, even
For
at
years.
big age.
Yes. Don't die with that. Don't ever die with that. There are so many consequences of that at the back of it.
Yes.
And it may cost even your entire
Can you tell
life.
us one of the consequences, maybe one of the challenges that you have faced as Abraham?
Wow.
Because I believe you are of age.
Yeah.
What are some of the consequences or the challenges that you have faced?
Yes, now this incident made me, ma'am,
Yes.
ilifanya hata sikukuwa na approach ladies.
Okay.
When I approach them, I'm like, no.
Yes.
Anizalie kijana, aende apitie what I've gone through.
Yes.
No. So I've stayed all this period, na approach ladies, yes.
Yes.
But ikifika tu pale pa a point ya kukua committed,
yes.
no, I don't want. No.
My God.
Yes, and again, spiritually now part of it,
Yes.
there is a bond that I didn't know that the devil wanted to put me into a cage
Yes.
that I didn't know.
Yes.
It was until recently God just opened up my mind to deal with that truth.
Yes.
Because if I didn't deal with that truth, or I could have not dealt.
It's like
yes,
a pattern.
it is
it's
a pattern.
coming like a pattern. Yes.
It is a pattern.
Yes.
If I didn't deal with that truth,
Yes.
my life ingekuwa too frustrated the way it is.
My God.
Serving the Lord, but with a thorn in the flesh that
my
you
God.
don't know how to take it out.
Yes. Or to deal with it.
Yes, to deal with it.
Yes.
And maybe I want just to our men of God out there. Sometimes we come to you broken.
Yes.
Please don't judge us. Don't
Wow.
judge us.
Wow.
Because at a point,
Yes.
you like now the pastor who spread that rumor that Abraham is gay. You know, many people out there believe I am gay.
Yeah.
Never judge somebody. We are your sheep,
Yes.
brought in your
Yes.
to be molded by you.
Amen.
To be made a good vessel
Amen.
out there. So don't judge us. Help me to become.
Wow. So far, God has helped you. You have healed you can help another man out there. You can help another boy there. And this one has never hindered you from serving God. You love God. You love God. You have never hated God, because there's a way that you can ask God, where were you when these things were happening to me?
Yeah, that time I used to ask you.
Yes.
Like the moment I was sick, I told him, God, I think you don't exist.
Yes.
Take my life.
Yes.
I think he was somewhere smiling. He's like, no, I'm not finished with you.
Wow. Abraham, you can sing.
I can, Mom.
You can, and I believe you have so many songs
Yes.
that are somewhere,
Yes.
maybe behind your back or somewhere.
Sorry for
I
that.
believe that you can sing. Please, just give us a short, maybe a chorus of one of your songs. There are people who are watching there, people who would like to make you glow and grow and become beautiful, you know.
Hallelujah.
And I believe this show was meant for a time like this, so that God can give you wings to fly.
Amen.
Maybe you have a song, you have so many songs, but
I
only
have.
one. Though we want to hear that wonderful voice, I want the viewers who are watching us, we back this great talent. He's a talent. We have to back it. You know, the reason why you went all through this, you are trying to look for fulfillment.
Yes.
And you are trying to attach yourself to the destiny.
Yes.
And I'm assuring you that God will brighten this destiny.
Amen.
It's going to get better.
Amen.
Please give us just a chorus or anything.
Amen. The song I want to do has a story behind it.
Okay.
There's a time I went through a period of rejection.
Yes.
And through that, I told God, no, wewe ni Mungu mwenye nguvu.
Okay.
Mungu wa uweza.
Okay.
Mana, even all through these accusations, you still are God,
Yes.
seated at a high place,
Yes.
exalted.
Yes.
Yes, so the song goes, I'll just sing the chorus part, very short.
Okay.
Umungu mwenye uwezo, Simba wa Yuda, Simba wa Yuda, ubwana wa mabwana, wewe ni Mungu, wewe ni Mungu.
Wow.
Amen.
Wow.
He's
I know
God.
there's a lot of people who'd like to help Abraham to go to the next level. Just down your line number there is a Lipa na M-Pesa number that is just going to show at your screen. When you use that number, you're going to get direct, and we are going to support this man to go to the studio.
Thank you.
And as Wings, we have a token for you. We have a token for you, and we want to be among us the blessing that will take you to the studio. We want to take you to studio. We want to give you a number of 5 songs. And I am trusting God that whoever is watching us from there, you are going to help us also take Abraham to studio. We want to get 10 songs, a whole album for him. And by the grace of God,
Thank you, God.
together with Pastor Israel, who
dad.
is a senior pastor at JCA Church.
Oh my God.
We want to just let you know that we love the ministry this boy carries. And as Wings, we have this great appreciation for Abraham Kibet Nali. We want to send him to the studio, and we want to send him with 5 songs.
God.
And I believe there is a number that is going down your line there. There is a Lipa na M-Pesa number. I want you to use that Lipa na M-Pesa number. Give us your 100 bob, give us your 200 bob, give us your 50 bob, whatever the Lord will enable you, so that we take this man to the greatest height. The man is no more, but God has given him to us as a son. And so we want to take him to studio, and we want to see this star becoming what God wants him to be. And I want to let somebody know, it is never over until God says it's over. And it's just a beautiful beginning for our son, Abraham. Studio, here we come.
Guy.
Bless the Lord for you, son.
Maneno imeisha.
We bless the Lord for you.
Thank you,
Appreciate
my
this.
parents.
Thank you.
so
God bless
much.
you.
Thank you.
We know what you carry.
Thank you so much, Dad.
May the Lord help you as you enter your next phase of life. Again,
Jesus.
I come back to our powerful viewer. Get that Lipa na M-Pesa number. Send whatever the Lord will help you. This is Wings, giving people wings to fly and beautifying their lives. He's not the only one. We will support so many people. So whatever you're going to help us reach many, you're going to see it. The first production will bring it back to Wing after he does the first album. With your help, I believe we can go far.
Thank you, Jesus.
And I want to take this wonderful opportunity to welcome the man of God, Pastor Israel, for gracing us and loving us and just ordaining us for this great assignment. I want to thank God for you, my wonderful viewer, for being a part of this wonderful session. I want to believe God together with us that not only for Abraham, we have a boy child there who is really suffering. We need to give them wings. They may not be wings, but they require the wings. Until we meet next Saturday, I love you with the love of Christ. God watch over you. Shalom, my blessed people. Amen.
She's a woman, life giver, a mother with dreams.